Michelle, you wild as hell. It was not me, really. Now, for those that may not be aware, which most people are at this moment, Unc had an incident. You know what I'm saying? He was getting his hub on, if you want to say his XX. Is it XXNX? Anything that would be considered adult, right? Only fan zone. But anywho, I guess afterwards she posted, "It was not me." Now, what do you take out of that tweet? Now, clearly she's being sarcastic, she's being funny and things of that nature. So I'm not trying to be messy or project any rumors out there. But when I see something like this, I'm looking like, yeah, she's being sarcastic, she's being funny, but just low key, like deep inside, just a little bit flirty because with the smiley face. It's not like she put "it was not me" and just left it at period. She put the smiley face behind it. So, you know what I'm saying? The door maybe cracked a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it wasn't me, but, based off the audio, I probably wish it was me. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what let's see what the people had to say. Also, y'all, man, at Max Reacts, I ain't being active on this damn mix. I think I started around the finals of the NBA. Anyways, if you want to follow your mans on there, shameless plug, follow your mans. I do need to hit more tweets on there and things of that nature, get more acclimated with it and things of that nature. But anyways, let's see what people have to say. Jamel Hill, she puts "ma'am" in all caps. Capital M, apostrophe A-M, all caps. And then Michelle, she replies with "what?" So, like I said, I know she's clearly being, I don't even want to say facetious, but she's clearly, there's some sarcasm there. And then, of course, I've heard a little bit about Unc's history. They say he love his bunny, you know what I'm saying? If that's what he like, I love dude, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do, Unc, whatever you like, Unc, shit, you know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody make you feel bad for liking what you like. If you like your darker women, cool. If you like them brown skin, cool. If you like them white, if you like them Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying? You like Poland, China, Philippines, Australia, however you like it, Unc. You like, do what you do, baby. But anyways, somebody got the Martin. Y'all tell me what that means. It says beads. And then you got Martin laughing. That's over my head right there. It said it was Michelle Tafoya? Was it? Hey, now, you know what I'm saying? I know she's older, but the gift. I'm just going to leave it there. I ain't trying to stir the pot. It says that's exactly what guilty Michelle would say. Oh my God! It says Skip replies, "It wasn't me." Let me see this. This I know this shit gonna be funny.
Michelle, it was not. You know it, and I know it, Michelle. It was not me either. I've never seen anything quite like that.
That's good. That's good. That's a good show right there. Courageous to get in front of it. It says marked safe. Ain't nobody thought it was she. BJ is snap. It says I went watch your recent video and the voice don't match. You are in the clear. Don't leave town. No. Not Mama. Nope. Y'all are not about to get me in trouble. Hell no. I said so. It was Tafoya did. Now you sound guilty. Clearly, Michelle just wanted to. I mean, to me, her name is Michelle Beadle. Of course, she's the type of woman that Unc is supposed to like. I ain't saying her in particular, but a Caucasian woman, things of that nature. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my name up in there real quick. Unc getting all this, getting all these clicks shit. Let me just throw my name in there just to bullshit around. And again, I'm assuming, low key, she wish, you know what I'm saying? She could have that should have been her receiving that wood. Anyways, y'all, I wanted to talk about two things very quickly before I end this video. So I have two things I wrote down so that I wouldn't forget. So First of all, I hope Unc is telling the truth. Based off what I've observed from Shannon Sharpe up to this point, I'm gonna take him. I'm going to take him by his word. I'm not familiar with IG. I am not familiar with IG Live, but from what people have said when it comes to IG Live, there's a few options you have to kind of navigate through to even get to it. Meaning, I'm assuming, it's not meaning, but I'm assuming that means that it will kind of be hard to accidentally log on to that by accident, when people say it in that way. Now, to be fair, there's things on my phone that I logged on or did before where I was like, how the hell I get to this? I probably pressed something by accident and there were steps that you had to go through, but somehow I did something to get myself on that. You know what I mean? But I'm not on. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't getting no click. Ain't no 100,000 people or 50,000 or 5,000 people are going to be sitting there at any moment waiting for me to show up to any type of live, right? So, so I have to be fair in that instance for Unc. But again, even without me mentioning that, I'm going to take his word for it and just say this was a freak accident. But as a human being, I'm smart enough too in terms of I'm not naive enough to believe that he could not have, like, it's not 100% off the out of my thought bank that he could have been the person that actually logged on and caused all of this. But again, I'm thinking, like, why would he do that? He just signed with ESPN. He's a very clean cut. Like, yes, he does have his side where he was Unc and he did the little ghetto skits and stuff on Undisputed, but Unc is a very clean cut, very organized guy. So I just don't think Unc think that he's big enough where he would, like, deliberately do something like this, get all this attention and views, thinking like, well, they're not gonna kick me off ESPN. I'm Unc. They're not gonna kick me off this and that, and I'm gonna get even more viral. Like, to me, I don't think he would do anything like that. Again, I'm not gonna take it off the table, but if I'm answering on one side or the other, I'm gonna 100%. I'm gonna believe him at his word that it was a freak accident, and he had nothing to do with it himself. Now, another possibility, Michelle could have somehow touched his phone, but I'm assuming that would not be a thing because I'm assuming Uncle is the type that's not gonna let anybody get a hold of his phone like that unless it's one of his closest people on his team. But I don't think he would let, like, some woman do it. I don't think so. And even if you got to his phone, I'm pretty sure he got a password on it because it's just too much valuable stuff on his phone. Card information, banking information. You got your social media, all of that stuff. I'm pretty sure there's a tremendous amount of money that's made off his phone. So I would doubt that she had anything to do with this. Like, she would. I'm gonna assume 0%. But on his end, I'm gonna assume that it was a freak accident. He didn't do this on purpose. But again, I'm not naive enough to, like, take it all completely off the table. But I'm gonna believe him and take him at his word. So with that being said, I hope he's telling the truth. I believe he's telling the truth, and this is just a one-off type of situation. Now, from that, I want to talk about one last thing, and I want to hear y'all thoughts about what I just said, obviously about the Michelle stuff, but then this is the last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to get the hell out of here. So, the second thing is, said people were talking about how Unc received karma for being unprofessional towards Ocho Cinco. Now, this is where we're going to disagree. This is where we're going to kind of part ways as people, or whoever is going to disagree with me. We're going to part ways. Now, when Ocho Cinco was being unprofessional, now y'all can tell me exactly what happened on that live because I wasn't at the beginning of that live to really see what happened. But from what I gather, Unc got upset because stuff wasn't running as smoothly as it should have. he kind of got upset. He said what he said. He kind of hit the mic over to the side. But did he directly call out Cinco at that moment? Or did Cinco call himself out and then Uncle followed up and was like, yes, I was upset about you being a little bit late. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments with that, number one. But to me, I get it. As a leader, you're asked to do, to how can I say this? Be better than the people underneath you. So meaning that when you got somebody like Cinco who can show up late and not be as sharp and as professional as Uncle want him to be, it doesn't matter if he shows up late, right? Unc should never, like, even if he's showing up Unc the wrong way, meaning that he's not showing up on time, Unc should never reprimand him or handle that publicly. I get that to an extent, and I'm the type that likes to handle stuff behind closed doors, so I would actually agree with that to an extent. But if Unc was mad about Cinco being late, I would highly doubt that was the first time that Cinco was being late. Now, if it's Cinco, he's always doing what he's supposed to, and then he's like late one time and Uncle's flying over there, hell yeah, then we got an issue. It's like, come on, Uncle, you need to like lighten up, Buttercup. No, man, I'm not calling Uncle Buttercup, but I'm like I'm just saying that as a general statement. Like, lighten up, cuz. But I'm pretty sure anytime somebody gets upset enough about something that you're doing, in this case it would have been Cinco being late, you've probably done it more times than what you should have. And he's probably brought it up. Probably, like, come on, y'all. You don't think he's brought it up behind, if he has went off on Cinco, if he went off at Cinco at that moment, supposedly in public, right? He's supposed to be showing him off in public. I will guarantee it. He has already talking to Cinco over and over behind closed doors, like, and said it as nicely and as professionally as you could to a person, like, hey, come on, bro. We got to make sure that we're doing this. This is why, blah, blah, blah. And I'm pretty sure that's been said plenty of times. If this is his, now, maybe Cinco showed up every time on time and it was just a one-off and Uncle just lost his damn mind. If that's the case, then yeah, Uncle, you got to chill out, bro. I agree with that. But I'm pretty sure he's probably been late or done some things more times than what Uncle would like, where he would put them in kind of a weird situation. Maybe his whatever is not charged up enough. He's not doing, like, he didn't show up on time, so maybe Uncle had to push the show back a little bit, 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes later than what he would like. I'm pretty sure it happened more times than Uncle would like before he got fed up. Okay. So I'm the type that will take care of behind closed doors, but if you're constantly doing stuff in public to make my product look bad, which is, in this case, they're serving us a product in terms of like a sports show with some life lessons and some life stories, then yeah, over time, you're going to have to reprimand the person that's bullshitting you in public. That's just, and again, I'm a private guy as well. I would take care of behind closed doors. But after a while, man, come on, man. Like, what the hell you want me to do? But the point I'm making with that, me, going on that, kind of talking about that, is Unc received karma. So Unc should have been blasted in front of the world with his sex audio because he reprimanded Cinco. That's not, the two are not even the same. That's weird for anyone to say that. And then to say that Unc was unprofessional, again, I'm gonna take Unc's word and assume that he somehow accidentally did something, pressed something wrong, something happened wrong to capture this. And if it happened by accident, that's not unprofessional. That's I guess you're unlucky. You know what I mean? Because bad shit happen to good people too. Like, there's people out there that are really good people, right? They won't even hurt a fly. They pray, they do everything right, and they're still going through shit all the time. So they deserve the shit that they're going through. And again, I'm not. But my point I'm making is, Unc received karma because he was being unprofessional towards Cinco. That's weird. Like, Cinco was being unprofessional based off the business that they're running. in Unc instance, I'm not saying what he did was just unlucky. Now again, if he had anything to do with it at any capacity, then for sure, yes, he was being unprofessional, and that's not cool. But if this was truly an accident, that's not being unprofessional. He just happened to be like unlucky, if you want to use the word unlucky, just wrong place, wrong time, and stuff like that. But being unprofessional, not being on time for your business to make sure you're taking care of business, and you accidentally recording something, like you honestly accidentally recorded something. That's not unprofessional. That's just like tough luck, bro. So I just want to make sure, like, on that, and that's my thoughts on that. So if you disagree, that's fine. We can disagree. That's fine. But that's all I got. That's all I got. One more thing. I did say that was going to be the last thing, but one more thing I noticed that Uncle has been doing that's really good. I think it happened after the situation between him and Ocho. If y'all haven't, if you go look at some of the earlier, and he's probably been doing it before then, but I noticed it a lot more after the situation between Unc and Ocho, and him being upset with the team and stuff like that. If you notice, when Unc asks Cinco his opinion on certain things, if you notice, he doesn't follow up. You may say, "What do you mean by that?" So he may ask Cinco a question about a game or something, and he may get his thoughts on it. Well, normally when Unc asks those questions, either Unc would agree or disagree, and he'll kind of follow up, and he'll say what he needs to say as well. But what I've been noticing more of is he'll ask Cinco something. Cinco will give his thoughts, and then Unc will move on. And I like that. I like that as well, because it's like sometimes just let the person that you're asking the question answer that question and move on. You don't always, unless the person is just doing a really poor job where you got to kind of fill in for that person, and at that point you do got to take care of that behind closed doors and make sure that they're getting more informed. I just thought that Uncle has done a better job at allowing Cinco to give his thoughts and move on to the next thing, and that's going to be a huge confidence booster for Cinco. Because think about it: if I ask you a question about something, we're doing a video in front of the world, and then you answer it, and then either I disagree and try to have a better answer, or I'm constantly trying to have a better answer. Yes, we both can talk, but that's going to kind of bring down your confidence. It's because Cinco knows between the two, Uncle is more knowledgeable, and there's just like Uncle knowledge is on a different level. Not saying that Cinco don't know anything, but man, you watch Spello Cinco, you watch Dunk on, you can tell Unc mind is on. It's here. Right, so I like that Unc has been allowing Cinco to answer certain things when they talk about topics. Then I noticed this more after the incident between him and Cinco, so it hasn't been that long, obviously. But I noticed he asks a question, Cinco answers it, and then they move on to somewhere else, and that helps build the confidence of the person that you're asking the questions to. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, y'all give me your thoughts in the comments, and into the next video.